Turnpike Sports is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishottle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weishottle. Doug, is it just me, or is there a lot of betting on preseason football? I haven't been big in preseason football betting, but I'm seeing some pretty big handles here.
Yeah, I have to admit, not only, I was expecting this year to be big on the futures and the, single season awards, all that stuff, rookie of the year, but I've been amazed at the amount of betting on preseason games.
Look,
I just don't know enough about who's playing where and all that.
I don't know who's playing. I don't know how long people are playing for. But look, hey, if you're doing well with preseason betting, good for you. Keep going at it. I just don't, I just don't know enough about who's playing, how long they're playing, and how this is going to go. So if you're doing well in preseason football betting, good for you. I saw interviews with a lot of heads of sports books, and they were saying, it's been great preseason football, so good for them.
Well, hey, they're talking about some of the preseason NFL betting has been higher in terms of handle than some of the Major League Baseball games that are have playoff implications.
It's amazing to me. So hey,
NFL is king.
I guess so.
Even if it's not real NFL, it's preseason NFL.
Yeah, I just don't know if this has been usual or as this has been. I'm just more aware of it this year, but it's been very good business for the sports books.
No, NFL is always good.
I guess so.
The sports books always say,
regardless of who's wearing the uniforms,
exactly,
NFL's king.
That's it, exactly.
We got a great show coming up for you. We got a Beat in the House segment. We got a book report coming up. And my interview, I really enjoyed talking to this gentleman coming up. He is the president of Resorts World Las Vegas. His name is Scott Sabella, and what an interesting guy and what an amazing property. And we're going to get all the information on Resorts World Las Vegas when I talk to president of Resorts World Las Vegas, Scott Sabella.
Brand new property on the Strip,
Yep.
$4.3 billion.
First one in 10 years on the Strip that was constructed.
And also one of the most technologically advanced casinos.
Yes, their cashless gambling system, or well, you're going to hear all about it from Scott Sabella.
We're teasing it a little bit.
Yeah, we're teasing it too much now. It's been a busy week in sports, so let's take a trip down the Turnpike. Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Okay, we're going to start talking at the outset of this exit. It doesn't sound like sports betting, but it's going to sound more like an advertising exit that we're talking about. But the NHL just released this statement that they are adding jersey sponsorships to the upcoming season for the National Hockey League.
Well, it was
nothing new. They did it previously.
Nothing new. I mean, I've seen. First off, jersey sponsorships are interesting, but last season they had helmets sponsorship on their helmets.
They did a test program for helmets.
Yes. Oh, that was a test program?
That was a test program.
Well, I guess it was successful because they're doing the jerseys now.
Well, they did the jerseys before. As a matter of fact, they were looking at the NBA doing jersey sponsorships. The NBA's patch program boosted their revenues by about $150 million every year.
Let me tell you something. These athletes are going to look like NASCARs. There's going to be sponsorships all over them.
Well, again, you get after the pandemic, with everything restarting, the NHL, all the major sports leagues, everyone says they have deep pockets. Yes, but they still lost a lot of money. The individual teams lost a lot of money during the pandemic.
Sure.
Every avenue that they can do to bring in extra revenue streams, I'm all for, because the more revenue these leagues bring in, the better the product is that we're watching, and also the better the product we're betting on.
Let me ask you something. I don't know if you know this information, but if I went out to buy the jersey of my favorite athlete, will that have the sponsorship patch on it? Will the official jersey that I purchase in a Modell's Sporting Goods or Dick's Sporting Goods, will that have the advertisement on it, or is that yet to be determined?
That has yet to be determined.
Okay. All right.
And just so people know, it's going to be a rectangle 3 by 3.5 inches. They're slightly bigger than the NBA patches. Mm-hmm. And also it's going to be up to the individual teams to determine where they're going to be placed. It's going to be the right or left shoulder, right or up left or right or left upper chest.
Okay.
It's going to be determined upon what the teams decide and where they're going to put it. So they may not be in the same location. Mm-hmm. They may not offer them for sale through the league stores. Yeah. But the one question I'm doing here is the NHL was silent as to what's going to happen with these patches when it comes to sports betting operators. They have not put any guidelines out just yet. Well, and also, by the time this airs, it may be out.
It's these advertisements are all over the rink and all over the boards, so why not the jerseys?
Well, there are certain. If listen to these deals that we have here, the NHL already has deals, and I'm wondering if this may control some of this. They've got deals with PointsBet, BetMGM, FanDuel, Caesars, Betway, Bally's. That's the league itself.
Sure.
There's, what is that, 6 or 7 sportsbook operators that are partnered with the actual league itself, and that's not counting the international deals they have. The teams themselves have individual deals. You have the Golden Knights with William Hill, now Caesars.
Yep.
Penguins are with Bet Rivers. Colorado Avalanche is with PointsBet in Colorado. The Devils have FanDuel and William Hill, or Caesars, however you want to refer to it. Matter of fact, I think the Devils still have is it the William Hill Sports Betting Lounge in their arena still?
I don't know if that changed over.
That might change. I don't know.
That might change over to Caesars.
Because it really it was only the name, because everybody was using the mobile app.
Yeah.
So the mobile app has already switched over to Caesar Sports. So I don't know if they're going to rebrand that lounge that's in the Devil's Arena.
I got to ask you something, just besides the sports betting and things like that. Is everyone calling them the NHL jerseys? Because I've always referred to them as sweaters, because that's how the NHL refers to them. I always said NFL sweaters.
The reports said jerseys.
Jerseys. Okay. All right.
Now, if you want to call them
sweaters.
I'm
old school. I'm calling them sweaters.
Soccer calls the jerseys kits.
All right.
So it really depends. And also, one last deal. Flyers have a deal with Bet Rivers as well in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering exactly who's going to be allowed in terms of the sports betting operators. Do they have to be a league partner to get a patch?
I guess I'm sure they're working all that out.
I just find it interesting that
I like the way NASCAR
for some
did
of these things.
I mean, I interviewed NASCAR, and they said, you know what? Even though if we have a sponsorship deal with a sports book, that doesn't mean individual racing team can't do their own sponsorship with another.
Well,
sports
the teams are doing their own sponsorships, but when it comes to jerseys, that may be different.
Yeah, that's what I know.
You have to look at what the NHL, the league itself wants, and then you also have to go to the Board of Governors for the NHL to actually approve everything. They approve the patch sponsorship sales, but they did not. No one's approved anything about who's going to be cut out of those sales. And you know what? You may see liquor cut out.
Oh, okay. I didn't think of that.
You don't know exactly what's going on, because there's a lot of alcohol sponsorships that may be cut out of a jersey sponsorship. Mm-hmm. I guess they're going to have to go look at how the NBA does that as well, because the NBA has not allowed any sports book patches.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be very curious to see exactly what the NHL does. Great move by them. It's a great revenue stream.
Great move.
And maybe they'll, if they don't allow sports books or sports betting operators to be on the jerseys, maybe they'll do the helmets.
All this talk about NHL jerseys, a couple weeks ago I was meaning to look up what the Kraken's jerseys or sweaters will look like. I haven't checked them out yet. Have you checked out the new NHL team?
I looked
sweaters
at some of their stuff when they were first announced. It looks pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. The Kraken designs look pretty cool. The color scheme is really, really nice.
Okay. All right. I want to check that out.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know how good the team's going to be. They had a good draft. So, we'll see exactly what goes on with that. But again, NHL jerseys.
Former Flyers coach is now the head coach of the Kraken. So, interesting to see.
It's going to be fun to watch a new team.
All right.
Exit 2.
In this week's esports exit, we're going to be talking about 13.4 million views in 24 hours.
Wow. What was that?
Allied Esports.
Wow, okay.
Put out a release saying that its 24-hour programming on Twitch brought in 13.4 million live views in 24 hours.
Wow. Boy.
7.6 million unique views. So some of them are repeat viewers.
Okay, but when was this 24 hours? I mean, there's been a bunch of research that tells you when is the best time to post online or tweet online or Facebook online. I wonder if there's a good time to view on Twitch.
They did not say where they took the 24-hour sample.
Really? Okay.
But they said in a 24-hour programming sample, 13.4 million views, live views. And it's based upon not only their tournament coverage, but also they created some original programming back in November of 2020. At the end of last year, they started doing 24-hour programming of their tournaments, as well as some new shows that they were creating based upon Allied Esports properties.
Wow.
And what they also mentioned in this release was that not only was it the original programming that was viewed by some 46,000 viewers. That's how many people are registered for their YouTube channel. They were showing over 250 hours of tournaments on site from the HyperX Esports Arena in the Luxor. 250 hours.
That's amazing, though. 13.4 million viewers. Unbelievable.
That's just their Twitch channel. Allied also created 4 other OTT channels. And they haven't released the numbers for those yet.
Wow.
They created channels called Rad.live, Airy TV, Freebie TV, and Cloud TV. Cloud spelled KLOWD for people who want to check that one out. Cloud TV to get more viewers for some of their programming. They were doing shows based upon some of their tournaments, like the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Legends series, their Vegas minor event for the Rainbow Six Siege. They did a Valorant Ignition series when they first launched Valorant series, the teams. So they've been doing a whole bunch of different things. They're getting creative, and it's actually paying off for them.
Let me tell you something. Esports is just perfect for Twitch, and Twitch is perfect for esports. I've gone on Twitch to see some poker programming. And, on the side there, they have the number of viewers on other programs and other topics.
The similar things, yeah.
Esports is blowing everyone away in terms of viewership on Twitch. It's absolutely amazing how many people are on Twitch watching esports.
There's a whole segment of the audience that loves watching the esports tournaments that aren't sports fans. And it's not on regular TV a lot. And I have to admit, I'm waiting to see more and more broadcast esports tournaments.
I've been watching Twitch on my computer. I mean, I haven't tried it on my smart TV yet. I guess there's a Twitch application,
yeah.
I would think.
A lot of the
I haven't been searching around for that. But, no, I have to search around on my smart TV. So, but I've been watching on my computer. It's been fun.
I just found, that number astounding.
Oh, yeah.
13.4 million live views in 24 hours. And also, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Vegas with these esports tournaments, because they just started taking another step forward in terms of the esports betting. The Gaming Control Board,
sure,
the Gaming Commission just approved a plan to create a advisory board to help with the esports betting guidelines.
Well, I know a lot of state legislatures are working to get some laws and rules and regulations when it comes to esports and esports betting. So I think this is going to be a really huge year for esports and esports betting.
Exit 3.
Now, we've been talking all these different companies for however long we've been doing this show. One company that just keeps getting better and better and just surprising me is the WWE, wrestling. World Wrestling Entertainment. Used to be World Wrestling Federation, had to change their name because of the Wildlife Fund, but WWE is continually innovating with some of their content.
You know, when it comes to WWE, I think I have a collector's item. Years back, I was in Times Square in New York, and they actually, I don't know what it was actually called, but it was a WWF zone or something like that. It had a restaurant and a bar, and I actually, and I still wear it, my fleece vest.
You're fleeced?
My fleeced vest. Yeah, how much I spent for it, I was fleeced. But my fleece vest that says WWF on it. it's pretty cool.
There's not a lot of WWF memorabilia out there now, so
that's an talk about throwbacks, huh?
Because I don't even know if they can sell anything with WWF on it since they don't own that mark.
But I do have a WWF fleece vest.
Well, WWE and Vince McMahon are moving ahead with more content. Okay. Now, they just did the deal with Peacock. You know, some of their stuff is being shown on Peacock. Actually, I think the WWE pay-per-view channel is now carried by Peacock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
WWE is now going to be working with The Ringer and Spotify for more original content.
Well, Spotify, tell me what Spotify is. I know that's a podcasting outfit. Is there video attached to this?
Please. They're an entertainment company.
Oh, okay. They're an entertainment. So there's video involved. I'm just curious about what WWE is doing.
Spotify started out as the podcasting company.
So
they do
video
podcasts. They do a lot of different things. They also, and the reason why The Ringer is involved, Spotify bought The Ringer.
Oh, okay.
Back in February of 2020, they bought it for about $200 million.
Okay.
So this is really between Spotify and WWE, if you want to get technical, but it's really WWE and The Ringer. Okay. This is the main thrust of the deal. They're going to be starting off with the WWE SummerSlam in Las Vegas, creating brand new original content that's going to be a whole different slate of programming. They're going to do original podcasts. They're going to have narrative series produced by The Ringer and also a WWE personality by the name of Evan Mack. Every major pay-per-view event is going to have a show that covers the events.
Okay.
And it's going to be done from what they're calling the Spotify Green Room.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they're going to have interviews with the wrestlers before they go on.
Okay.
And maybe after, too.
All right.
But they're going to be covering all the major pay-per-view events. So if you're watching it on Peacock or whatever your pay-per-view platforms are, you're going to have a companion podcast going on.
By the way, that's some of the greatest wrestling content ever. I mean, going back years and years, and that is the pre- and post-game interview. That's when you see the personalities really come out of these wrestlers, and I love that. So this should be really fun to listen to.
The Ringer, which already has a wrestling show, it's called The Masked Man Show.
Okay.
It's hosted by David Shoemaker and the wrestler Kaz.
Okay.
They're renaming it to the Ringer Wrestling Show, so they're rebranding that one.
All right.
The WWE and the Ringer will also roll out a new audio network as part of the multi-year content partnership. And it's going to be audio content exclusive to Spotify. Anything WWE audio content-wise will just go automatically to Spotify through this deal with the company. And they're also going to create new original audio content. Now, I don't know exactly what they can do. I mean, could they do... I'm assuming they're going to do audio documentaries on past wrestlers. Mm-hmm. That I would listen to. Because I grew up watching that stuff, and I find that's that era of wrestling was more interesting to me than what's going on now. But again,
what I've been watching,
people growing up on it now love it.
What I've been watching a lot of Vice TV or Vice Network or whatever they call it, they have a show called, I might get this wrong, Dark Side of the Ring, where it goes back.
Very good show.
Very good show. I think now they have the dark side of the NFL or something like that.
Yeah,
or
they're expanding
football
that
or
one
something
into
like
other
that.
things,
But that's a very good show.
Well,
Good show. I've seen a lot of the wrestlers that I grew up on and didn't know the behind-the-scenes story of them, so it's a very interesting show.
Well, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah. No,
WWE,
absolutely.
The Ringer, Spotify deal. I'm going to listen to it.
Absolutely.
Exit 4.
Okay, we're going to end going overseas to China.
All right.
China's Ministry of Culture and Tourism has announced that songs mentioning gambling will be banned at the nation's 50,000-plus karaoke venues.
Okay. All right.
You will not be able to
Karaoke's
sing songs
huge
like
over
The
there.
Gambler, Ace of Spades, any of those songs in a karaoke bar over there.
Well, the first thing I thought of are there Chinese artists that are talking about gambling a lot in their songs, and I was wondering if they were overdoing it there. But I guess this is around the world, regardless of what country it's from. No gambling songs, right?
All forms of gambling in China are run through the state, the country. So they control everything. If it's not a state-controlled numbers game or a state-controlled lottery, it's going to be banned.
Now, I mentioned that you mentioned that it's at karaoke venues.
Yes.
Will gambling songs be allowed on the radio?
That's going to be the next step,
Okay.
I would assume. But this is just a ban in the karaoke venues.
All right.
And according to the ministry, it's going to compile a blacklist of music that will be disseminated to all the karaoke operators because the songs contain harmful information and illegal content.
Oh, okay. Did they give an example of any of these songs, or
In the statement,
Okay.
along with gambling.
all right?
This includes songs with lyrics that allegedly inspire listeners to experiment with drugs.
All right.
Also, a no-no is songs that endanger national unity, sovereignty, or territorial integrity,
Okay.
or which violate state religious policies by propagating cults or superstitions. I don't know what that leaves.
Which songs are left?
I mean, it's instrumentals.
Wow, okay.
They're only going to be doing instrumentals.
All right. I
Maybe
guess so.
tequila wouldn't even be allowed.
No. I mean,
I don't know where they can go with this after they ban everything else.
That's some boring ass music in China now.
I can't believe they are actually. Well, you know what? I can. You know, that's the way that country is with in terms of how the government runs everything.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out. I guess complete and total love songs 24/7 on Chinese radio.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
But again, some jazz songs have gambling, and also, Smooth Operator is a sexual reference. That's adult
is it?
contemporary. That
All
might
right.
be banned. Stuff like that.
Wow,
So,
okay.
But you start with the gambling stuff. I mean, like I said, you got Ace of Spades, you got Kenny Rogers, the Gambler. There are so many gambling songs
I
out
guess
there.
were they big in the karaoke bars over there? Or I shouldn't call them bars.
I have never
karaoke
done
venues.
I've never done karaoke in my life, so I don't know what's a big karaoke song versus what's not a big karaoke song. But there are tons of music out there that falls under this ban.
Hey, wow.
Not just gambling, but we're dealing with just a gambling side. But it's just one of those things where, thank God, that doesn't happen here.
And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a great show coming up. We got a Beat in the House segment. We also have a book report. And in my interview portion, talking with Resorts World Las Vegas's president, Scott Sabella. He's going to tell us all about this incredible property. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
During these difficult times, we understand how important it is to stay healthy and safe. With so many of us confined to our homes and not being able to work, we feel the financial burden more than ever. Many folks lost their jobs and businesses. Others were furloughed, and some are working from home at reduced pay. Keeping up with your bills is not easy under these circumstances. If you have credit card debt and cannot keep up with your monthly payments, we at Debt Fix Pros are here to help. Give us a call to see how we can reduce your interest rates and lower your monthly payments. Protect your credit and let us help you find a solution that fits your needs. We, your friends at Debt Fix Pros, are here to help. Let us take care of your credit card debt so you can focus on what is really important. Call for a free phone consultation at 800-919-6011. 800-919-6011. That's 800-919-6011. 800-919-6011. United we stand. Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-231-9279. That's 800-231-9279. 800-231-9279.
With some of the best promotions and offers in the sports betting market, PointsBet simply stands out. PointsBet is the only U.S. online bookmaker to offer points betting, where every yard, every point, every goal, even every play matters. Same-game parlays, good karma payouts, early payouts, and exclusive game day promotions and guarantees for all sports. PointsBet offers more bet types than any other bookmaker in the world, offering a unique set of markets that aren't available anywhere else. And now PointsBet is offering one of the best sign-up offers in the sports betting market today. New customers signing up with code BET21 receive 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Get up to $500 back if your first fixed odds bet loses, and up to $1,500 if your first points betting bet loses. That's code BET21 for 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000 at PointsBet. PointsBet, it pays to be fast. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome back, Turnpike Sports here. People are starting to travel back to Las Vegas, and what they're finding there is one of the most incredible properties they will ever visit. Resorts World Las Vegas recently opened, and it's thrilling people because of its casino, its hotels, and its technology. To tell us all about this brand new $4.3 billion property on the Strip, on the line we have its president, Scott Sabella. Scott, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me.
First off, congratulations. It's an amazing property. Everyone's raving about it. And the one great thing about Resorts World Las Vegas is that it's the first resort casino built on the Strip in a decade, which is amazing to me. Why was this the perfect time for Resorts World Las Vegas to open?
Well, I would say because exactly what you said. It's been a long time since a property this caliber has opened up on the Las Vegas Strip, over a decade. And it was time to bring something fresh and new to the city. We purchased the land back in, I believe, 11, but we wanted to wait to the right time, have the right design, and we kind of got lucky. We're going to open this summer. We knew we were going to open, and things got better for us, and we were able to open at the end of June. It was a great opening, and it's been busy ever since we opened, and things are going quite well.
Now, the gambling industry has grown over the years, and I know more and more young people are wanting to get involved in the gaming industry. I know a lot of colleges and universities are having classes on it, which is a great idea. Now, Genting is one of the premier gaming companies in the world, and they are the owners of Resorts World Las Vegas. How did you become involved with Genting and become the president of Resorts World Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's a great question. And you're right. So part of our strategy here in Las Vegas and what we want to do is, we introduce Resorts World to the city of Las Vegas, but we want to introduce Genting to our community. And you're right, it's a big company. They've been around for a long time. We have big properties like this all over the world. We're in other businesses also, cruise ships, malls, power plants, and things like that. So it's not their first casino or our first casino, and that's part of the education process. And when I met our chairman, KT Lim, it was just a great opportunity. I'd been doing this for a long, long time. I was at MGM for quite a while. I ran, some of the big properties there, and to be able to join a property that's just coming out of the ground and to be able to help design it and be part of the programming and be, part of the success was just something I always dreamed about. So it was just a perfect timing for me. It was hard to leave MGM, but again, it was a great opportunity to join Genting and be part of this great property.
Now, the $4.3 billion Resorts World Las Vegas is open, and not only is it one of the biggest properties in Las Vegas, but it has to be one of the most technologically advanced resorts in the world. I want to get into that in a little bit, but first off, I wanted to ask about the gaming floor. When people walk onto the gaming floor, what games do they expect to find there? What can gamblers expect that Resorts World Las Vegas offers?
Yeah, and you're right when you said, everything's about technology. And it's not that we're any smarter, but it's been 10 years since something's open. Mm-hmm. So we're just taking advantage of what's out there today when it comes to technology. So every decision we made throughout the property had to do with technology. How can we make it easier for the guests? How can we make it easier for the employees and things like that? Even from the way we recruited employees to work here and the way we did our interview process and all that type of work was all done through great technology, not how you would do it in the past to open a property. But when it comes to the casino, it's as cashless as you can get when it comes to a casino property. And these things are out there today, but not to the level that we've done at here at Resorts World. And we really made it, everybody knows about Tito tickets and the slot machines. Yeah. Well, we've taken that where you can go to a table games also. So you can, download your money on your prepaid debit card, and then you have your e-wallet on your phone, and you just walk up to a table game and you can ask for chips and you can play, and then when you win or lose, you leave and you go to a slot machine. You can take your phone to a restaurant, and everything's on your phone throughout the property. At the same time, we have RFID chips that nobody has in Las Vegas, only because we're opening that way. It'd be expensive for any casino to get rid of all their chips and create them with RFID chips. So things like that in the casino, and then throughout the property, the way you order food here, we call it on the fly. We partner with Grubhub. So you're able to order food throughout any restaurant in the property, and we'll send it to your room, to the pool, wherever you're at. And so things like that are in an e-wallet, are check in on your phone, of course, assign your rooms when you get here, upgrade if you want before you check in. So technology, again, played a big role, and it's really helped. And it doesn't happen overnight. I think you're going to ask me that next question. You still have to educate the customer, the consumer that plays blackjack, and that's the process we're going through now. But I'm happy to say that we're already getting a nice percentage of people using it, and they like it. They love not walking away with chips. They can walk away, put on their phone, or walk away with the Tito slip. So far it's going very well.
You're certainly right. That is my next question. Is that one of the challenges of getting people, number one, to use it, and number two, to get people continually using it? I mean, I'm from New Jersey. I remember my grandmother jumping on the Star Bus in Trenton, and they gave her $12 in quarters and go at the slot machines. But is that one of the challenges, getting the older, maybe less technologically adapted people to really get involved with this technology?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but I always refer back to the Tito ticket with slot machines. Mm-hmm. A lot of people second-guessed it and said it's never going to work. People want to hear the coins come out of the machines, and they want to put them in their buckets. And now look at us today. It's all, cashless or coinless. So you have to start with the employees. So we had to educate them first because the dealers aren't used to it. So now the dealer, before a customer cashes out, they can explain it to them. Wow. And, our goal is to always try to give them a Tito ticket or educate them on their phone before we give them their chips to take to the cage and cash out and things like that. So, and when you're really busy, it's hard to really educate the consumer because, the blackjack table has been so busy lately. But when it's slowing down a little bit with what's going on, but so we're able to talk to the guests more. And it will take a little time, but it also helps you with procedures throughout the property. So we always know, what's in the table game in the rack. You don't have as many fills. You know where the chips are because they're RFID. It's easier at the cage and things like that. So it makes the processing much easier and state-of-the-art when you're operating the casino, not like we used to operate, back in the days.
One of the other hot topics in this country is cryptocurrency. What are Resorts World's plans with regard to cryptocurrency?
Well, we love crypto and we love what's happening with it, but again, we're fall under the gaming control guidelines. So right now, crypto's not allowed in Las Vegas. So we partnered with Gemini that you maybe read about.
Sure. And
we only partnered with them because we really haven't decided what we're going to do. We just know they're a forward-thinking company and they're state-of-the-art and they like what we do. We're the new guy in Las Vegas. So when it does happen here, we'll be prepared. I don't know when it will happen, but it's the talk of the town. I think every property's probably talking about it, and they're waiting for the next proceed or okay to use it. But I think you'll see it someday, in my opinion. But right now, it's still under the guidelines of the Gaming Control Board.
As part of a visitor's gaming experience nowadays, when they visit a casino, is to check out the sports book. Tell me about your sports book. What can visitors expect to see when they go into your sports book?
Yeah, I agree. Sports books in Las Vegas are not as big as what you're reading around the country, and you see all the big numbers that you see around in other states, but it's still popular here. And a lot of people love to just walk up and make their bet and get their ticket. And, we're trying to get them to go to mobile, but that's just what Las Vegas is all about. So the sportsbook plays a big role. We kind of did it different. We converted our sportsbook into what we call the doghouse, a big entertainment center. Mm-hmm. So when there's a lot of sports going on, you got this big 10,000 square foot area. The doghouse turns into a big sports book, and there's games and plenty of TVs and bars and a couple of restaurants in there. But then when there's not a lot going on in sports, it turns into an entertainment center. You can do live music, you can do other things like that. So it plays both roles, and so far it's been working well, and people like it. But we're really looking forward to football season, just to have the whole thing turn into a big Saturday college football and pro football on Sunday. But so far it's been a big hit.
I was going to ask about that. I mean, Las Vegas, all of a sudden it became a professional sports town. You have the Raiders in the NFL, you have the Golden Knights in the NHL. Is Resorts World Las Vegas marketing the casino and the hotels to get more sports fans to the property?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just been overwhelming what the Knights did here in Las Vegas. And I think, and the Raiders, unfortunately no one could go to the games last year, but it's just not on Sundays when the Raiders play. You're talking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and all these fans will be coming here just to be in the city. Only 65,000 go to the game. But what we're expecting up and down the Strip is the town's just going to be packed with fans in the sports books and all the bars and watch and just be part of the excitement and energy that Las Vegas creates when this game will be played. And it's really, really exciting because the first game this year is a Monday night game. So it's going to be like a Super Bowl weekend here in Las Vegas. So we're really excited. Yeah, and we bought a box there, and we market to our customers for the Raiders and the Knights games, and it plays a big role in our casino customers.
And speaking of hotels, Resorts World Las Vegas is much more than a casino. I mean, to start with, I looked at your website, rwlasvegas.com, and the hotel rooms look amazing. Tell me about the hotels on your property. By the way, I use the plural hotels because you have more than one hotel on the property.
Yeah. We wanted to find a partner that could help us with. We're the new guy in Las Vegas. Nobody really knows who we were when we got here. We don't have a big database, so we wanted somebody to partner with that could help us. That's forward thinking, a technology company, and Hilton was the perfect partner. They're a big global company, as you know, all around the world. So we partnered with them, and we have 3 brands. We have the Hilton brand, the Conrad, which is the largest in the world. And then we have our high luxury, which we're calling Crockford's, is a brand that we own over in the UK, and we brought that over. So the goal was to have 3 different type of brands for all different levels of customers, and that's what this property is all about. We don't want to alienate anybody here. So we're high-end luxury, we're luxury, and then we're a premium property. So the hotel rooms, the Hilton side is more of our convention level customer. As you know, we're right across the street from the new convention center. We're the only property that's tied into the boring system. So our convention guests go downstairs, get in the tunnel, and they're at the convention center in less than 2 minutes. So we're excited about that, and they've been a great partner, and they have over 120 million people in their Hilton Honors program, and they've really helped kickstart our occupancy, and everything is working the way we want it to with them.
Okay, you have to confirm something for me because, again, I was on your website and this thing made my jaw drop. Does Resorts World Las Vegas really have over 40 places to eat and drink on the property?
Yeah.
That's
I know
amazing.
it sounds like a lot, but it's a big property. We're really big. We are the largest property on the Las Vegas Strip. So, there's 40 restaurants and bars, but we have one area, the Food Street, has 17 stalls.
Wow.
So right there is just one area. It's called Famous Food Streets, and it's a mixture of great food from all over the world. A lot of them from Asia, with the great chefs. It's been very popular, not only for the visitors to Las Vegas, but we're finding a lot of the locals love coming here. So that plays a big role. Right there, 17 of them. So if you take that out, it's still a lot of restaurants and bars, but we need that because how big this property is.
Now, I know a lot of people go to Las Vegas for the entertainment and the shows, and Resorts World Las Vegas certainly has that. In terms of entertainment, what can people expect from Resorts World Las Vegas?
Yeah, we want to be the best in class in everything, and entertainment was a big part of that. So we partnered with AEG, who's the biggest one of the biggest when it comes to entertainment and programming entertainment. So we're building a showroom that's state-of-the-art, nothing like it anywhere. I think the furthest seat's like 120 feet, sound system, lighting system, and stage, again, like no one's seen in it, especially in this city. And with that, we wanted to find the best entertainment. So we were able to lock up 4 great entertainers that we call our partners, somewhat of a residency, and we'll open the showroom this November with Celine Dion, and then Carrie Underwood plays in December.
Wow.
And then Katy Perry for New Year's, and then Luke Bryan will be here for Super Bowl weekend. And then they'll continue to play throughout the year for the next 2 or 3 years. So it's a great lineup, but it doesn't mean we won't have more entertainment when they're not here. The goal is to try to have something in the theater every weekend, but just having those 4 partners just gives us great branding, and we're very excited to have A+ entertainment. And again, Celine Dion will open the showroom, the theater, this November for her first show.
Now, sadly, summer is ending and fall is coming up. Are there any promotions or events coming to Resorts World Las Vegas that people should know about?
Yeah, well, again, the theater is going to be opening in November. We're going to be opening our nightclub in the next 30 to 60 days, so we're excited to announce that. Our spa is going to be opening again this fall. So a lot of things are still coming down the road that we're excited to introduce because they're completely different than I think what people are accustomed to. We try to break the mold when we built the property, and we committed not to do anything traditionally. How can we do it differently in today's world? And I think people are really going to be excited when they see the spa experience, when they see our nightclub and what we're bringing over from Asia and how we're programming it. And then again, the theater's going to be a big hit for us and the type of entertainment we're going to have in it. So a lot of exciting things coming. What I would say now is it's been a great opening, but doing this for a long time, when you open a property this big, you still have a lot of little things and a lot of fires to put out. We're still drinking out of a fire hose here. It's only been a month, and we've been so busy. So just fine-tuning everything and getting things ready throughout the summer and get the place to run, perfectly the way it's supposed to is what we're looking forward to. And we're almost there. We see a lot of light at the end of the tunnel.
Now, being a gaming attorney, I tell people that being the president of a casino is one of the most difficult jobs you can have. I mean, you're responsible for the casino, the hotel, entertainment, stores, restaurants. You have new technology, especially in such a huge property like Resorts World. I mean, basically everything on the property is your responsibility. Is this one of the most challenging jobs you have ever had in the gambling industry?
I would say it's the most challenging because we had to build it and get it open. Mm-hmm. But you're right. All those are roles of what the president does. But at the same time, my biggest role, I think, is the morale on the floor and creating the culture with employees. So and you can't get sidetracked and not focus on that. So remember, we're opening a property with no culture. So we spend a lot of time, and the employees been working really, really hard, the managers, because it's just been overwhelming with the volume of people that we've had here. So that's where we're spending our time. At the same time, we're working on all the little things that we need to fix. But you're right, it could be challenging. And I think what really has helped me is I've done this for so long is to surround myself with really strong people. And I was very lucky to bring some great executives up and down the Strip. And we were able to get some good management here because of what happened with COVID and all the layoffs and furloughs. So it really gave us a head start with the experience that we have here at Resorts World. But it's been challenging. We never stopped building through the pandemic. We got down to maybe 1,200 construction workers, but we got right back up to 4,000. We were always committed to get this property open for the city, and we stuck to that. But we got through COVID, and now I guess what's challenging about my job is we're trying to get everything fine-tuned, and then here we are with the new mandate that everybody has to wear a mask. So we're trying to do our best to get our employees to get vaccinated, and we're following the rules and all the guidelines that we're given. But I'd say that's, as being the boss of these properties, it's just, what's next. And I always tell people, I can't imagine. I was building this for 2.5, 3 years, and these other properties were trying to survive. Yeah. And as you know, they closed down the Strip. So I can't imagine what the bosses had to go through through that time. And hopefully it doesn't happen again and things get better.
Scott, we're running out of time, but what is the best way for someone to book a stay at Resorts World Las Vegas?
Exactly what you said. Go to the website. There's some really cool things on the website. You can see a lot of great pictures and a lot of the things that we have here. But go to rwlasvegas.com and book your reservations, and you'll see plenty of offers with different type of rooms, and it really showcases the property a lot. A lot to see here, a lot to experience, and looking forward to everybody going to the website and come visit us.
Scott Sabella, president of Resorts World Las Vegas, congratulations on an amazing property. Not only will it do incredible things for Las Vegas, but I think it will change the gaming industry around the world. Thanks for coming on and telling us about it.
Thanks, Dave. Have a great day.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, ooh, and a third item you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. Go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus the 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. That's BABE16, because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
Having a rough morning after a long night out? Stayed at the party a little too long and you have work the next day? Well, we've all been there. That's why there's Morning Recovery. Morning Recovery is the flagship product of More Labs, and it's scientifically engineered to outsmart rough mornings. Their patent-pending formula has been designed to boost your body's natural response to alcohol, rehydrate, and restore your body's vital nutrients. What's that all mean? It means Morning Recovery helps you feel better after drinking. Take one full bottle right before your first drink, between drinks, or up to 1 hour after your last drink. Go get some rest and wake up feeling like $1,000,000. It's that simple. And we've got a special offer for you. Use promo code radio15 at morelabs.com and get 15% off of your first purchase of Morning Recovery or any of their other great products. That's radio15 at morelabs.com to take advantage of this great promo of 15% off of your first purchase. Morning recovery from More Labs, so you can work hard, play hard, and live life without compromise.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months. That's right. Get the bathroom of your dreams now and pay for it in 2021. Call 1-800-308-8291 for a free no-obligation price quote. That's 1-800-308-8291. When you want quality bathroom products at a great price, it's got to be BCI Bath & Shower. That's 1-800-308-8291.
Casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beating the House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to another edition of Beating the House, where we celebrate the casino patrons' wins, the online lottery wins, the brick-and-mortar lottery, the retail casinos, the online casinos, the sportsbook wins, the Keno winners. Everything and anything where somebody wins in terms of a casino gaming type game, we're going to talk about.
Absolutely. You know, the casino has the odds stacked against you. So the house always wins eventually, but sometimes the patrons get to take some money back home. So,
with a big check.
With a big check. So it's always a great thing, and we're celebrating that.
And we're not just talking the amount of the check. We're talking about the size
Actual
of the
big check.
too.
Yeah, no. You know, I'm seeing a lot of casinos doing the pictures of the big checks.
Social media was such a boon for doing this kind of promotion.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as somebody wins, you see them running over to the slot machine, taking a picture, and putting it up onto social media right away so people know, hey, this guy won here, this woman won here. Come and you get your chance at winning some stuff.
No, Facebook is full of those pictures.
Yeah, Twitter is too.
Standing in front of the slot machines or the table with their big check. So it's a lot of fun to see.
Well, we're going to start off with a little bit of Friday the 13th luck.
More Friday the 13th. Didn't we do that last week? There's
more
Friday the 13th winners. I guess that's a pretty lucky day, I guess.
This one is not a slot win, though.
It's not a slot win, okay.
This is a royal flush on 3-card poker.
Okay.
Birthday celebration at the Paris Las Vegas Casino on the Strip. A 3-card poker royal flush won $109,603. So happy birthday.
Yeah, wow, what a birthday present.
Alex Martinez actually put his name out there.
Good for him.
Hit a royal flush, and they were in town on vacation to celebrate her birthday. So what a great present she got.
Okay, so he won it. It was his wife's birthday, and he won the
jackpot playing 3-card poker.
All
That's
right.
a table game, not the actual poker game.
Okay.
We're going to move over to now the Circa Las Vegas. I think this is the first one we're talking about from Circa.
Okay.
That's the brand new resort opened by Derek Stevens. It's an amazing property.
Sure.
Lucky guest by the name of Renee was playing the Lock-It Link slot machine. There's another one.
I've never heard of that. Lock-It Link?
Lock-It Link.
All right.
Progressive. $129,000, $931.13.
Wow.
And when she won it, Derek Stevens happened to be on the property in the area, so he ran over and took a picture with her.
Wow, good for him.
Gave her the check.
Wow, that's great.
So, again, Twitter account, social media promotion right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Derek Stevens does not miss a beat in terms of social media promotion for any of his properties, but especially Circa. That sports book that he has, and also that pool, are constantly doing.
What's it called? Swim something swim. Circa Swim.
Circa Swim, I think.
Circa
it is.
Swim. Yeah.
But it's always.
But I gotta
always-
remember that Lock It Link jackpot machine, right?
Yeah, Lock It Link slots.
Lock It Link slots. Okay.
So again, congratulations. Those are our 2 slot wins for the week. We've got an 8-spot hit on a video poker machine. They were actually playing like a Keno type game on the video poker machine.
All right.
$16 bet won $40,000.
Whoa. Okay. Good.
That was at Sunset Station. By the way, every week we've had a Sunset Station or one of the station's casinos paying out some major money to people.
Good for them. Oh yeah, no, they had some pretty good bad beat jackpots too
Their
in the
bad
poker
beat
rooms.
jackpot is amazing.
Yeah,
where
pretty
everybody in the poker room, every poker room that one of the stations owns, they win.
Okay,
not just the people at the table, but every poker player in the station casino brand gets a chunk of change there.
That's a great bad beat jackpot.
We're going to move over to some online lottery wins.
All right, online lottery, huh?
We're going to start off at the Virginia Online Lottery. We had another Virginia Online Lottery last week.
Yeah,
too.
last week or the week before.
Well, Edward H. of Ridgeway, Virginia, won $156,000 playing Jackpot Payout on the online site. Jackpot Payout's another progressive slot machine, and every time somebody wins, they knock it back down to $10,000, and it grows from there.
Okay, I see how they do it.
So this one was $156,130. It's actually kind of an interesting game. If you take a look at it, it's one of those match the symbols type game.
Okay,
just like a slot machine.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of a fast moving game too as well.
Okay.
Going over to the Pennsylvania Online Lottery now. First one from Pennsylvania we're going to talk about. We have an online prize of about $207,000 from Jungle Tumble Jackpots.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an easy name of a game to say. Jungle Tumble Jackpots.
All right.
And actually, a lot of the online lotteries have this game. It's actually kind of a fun game. It's a jungle-themed game, obviously.
Well, obviously. I got that from the name.
To an anonymous player from Erie County. So, Western PA.
So how much they win?
$207,323.34. Jungle Tumble Jackpots is the Pennsylvania Lottery's first progressive jackpot online game, as a matter of fact. Just launched in February. Jackpots increase, just like every other progressive. Players win prizes when you get 3 or more symbols are connected throughout the game.
Yeah.
Another slot-type game.
I have yet to play an online lottery game. So
I have yet to join an online lottery.
I haven't done it yet. So
I'm thinking maybe I should.
Like you hear these numbers. Yeah, I'm going to try it.
Well, not only these numbers, but now with what is that Powerball going 3 days a week?
Yeah, I think they started Monday drawings.
Yeah,
now.
so it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday for them.
I still do my lottery old school. I still walk to the convenience store and pick up some tickets.
Well, funny you should mention old school lottery.
Oh, okay.
We're going over to Spokane, Washington.
Oh, okay.
To talk about the Washington Lottery. Not the online lottery, but the brick and mortar lottery, if you want to differentiate.
Okay,
between the
good.
two.
Good for them. All right.
We have a winner of a $5.9 million jackpot. 59-year-old retired Army veteran from Spokane.
Great.
He has been playing the lottery for years. He actually does what you just said. He goes to the lottery store and gets an actual ticket. He goes to the supermarket, he goes to the city
That's
food
how you
mart.
grew up. That's how you grew up. You walked to your to the store and picked up something. You know?
He does his routine lottery run to the city food mart.
Yep.
The one thing he does that we don't do, he has a pre-filled out lottery card. He plays the same numbers.
Oh, okay.
So he goes with his pre-filled lottery card.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
So he went to buy his ticket. He forgot his pre-filled lottery card.
Oh, okay.
So he told the cashier, "Let me do a quick pick."
Wow.
He let the machine pick it this time.
Whoa, okay.
And what happened was he won.
Huh.
Yep. He was...
I'm curious to see if he's going to use his pre-selected ticket again. You know, the thing he has all the time. Is he going to keep bringing it to the store?
Well, he did not believe it the first time he heard he got the matching numbers.
All right.
He actually went and looked at the numbers, And then he took a look at it on TV, matched it up. Then he went to the computer and looked it up. Didn't believe it then either.
Wow.
He had someone else check the ticket. Didn't believe it then.
Wow.
He went back to the store and had it scanned.
Okay.
That's when he believed it.
Wow.
So he was doubting it all the way through. And you're right. I don't know if he's going to go back to having the pre-filled ticket. Maybe,
why?
Maybe he's going to go, why not just
let
keep
the
staying
machine
with the
do
quick
it.
pick?
Let the machine do all the work.
I actually kind of like the quick picks, but there are some people that don't believe in them.
I like it even more now. Like, God, a guy won $5.9 million from a quick pick.
Well, he's $5.9 million. Good to see a retired veteran.
Good.
Get the money, and I hope he does it well. And congratulations to all our winners this week. If a casino, lottery department, lottery division, or sportsbook has a jackpot they want discussed on the show, info@turnpikesportsradio.com is the email address to reach us at. And good luck to everybody in the future. Moving on.
The book report's next, so stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Attention Medicare recipients and anyone turning 65. Medicare has approved new benefits not included with original Medicare and older Medicare Advantage plans. You may not be getting all of the benefits you're entitled to, including in-home aids, telephone appointments with your doctors, home-delivered meals and prescriptions. These benefits may be available and it's a free call to enroll. The new plans may also offer free eyeglasses, free hearing aids, free wellness visits, and gym memberships. Call the Medicare benefits line now. It's easy. Call 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797. Find out if you're eligible for new benefits like meal and prescription delivery, in-home aids, and telemedicine. Some plans may have a $0 monthly premium or zero copays for big out-of-pocket savings. Not all Medicare Advantage plans are alike. The new plans have more benefits for many people. Call 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Are you paying too much for your health insurance? Are your deductibles too high? Or are you completely uninsured? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Healthcare Help Desk can help you now when people need help the most. Health insurance laws and rules have changed. If you have Obamacare, are uninsured, or your premiums are too high, call Healthcare Help Desk. It's free. New healthcare plans are available, and you may qualify for dental coverage and lower copays and deductibles. Make the free call now. Top quality coverage at the lowest prices anywhere. You may be paying too much and not even know it. In these troubled times, healthcare is more important than ever. Don't let another day go by without health insurance. Policies are being offered with very low copays and deductibles. So if you're uninsured, underinsured, or paying too much, call Healthcare Help Desk.
800-329-7906. 800-329-7906. 800-329-7906.
More bets, better odds at PlaySugarHouse.com. Sign up today at PlaySugarHouse.com and don't forget to use our promo code PIKE to take advantage of their first deposit match up to $250. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Turnpike Sports Book Report.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sportsbook. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E. Make your first wager of $20 or more and you'll get $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when your first wager on Borgata Sports is $20 or more. Get into the action with BorgataSports.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Book Report, where we've got a whole bunch of news and notes to talk about. We've got 7 states reporting their sports betting revenue and handle numbers. We've got a couple launches to talk about this week. We've got a lot of legislation and a bunch of deals.
A lot of deals this week.
It's
everyone's getting ready for football. That's what it is.
You know what it is? It also is every time you have a busy week, 1 week for sports betting, you think that's it. The next week is just as busy, and this industry is growing like crazy.
Yep.
Let's start off with some numbers. Like I said, 7 states reported their sports betting handle and revenue. I'm not going to get into the weeds in terms of what they were actually reporting because I just want to focus on some news and notes here. Let's start with New Jersey. New Jersey reported a $578 million handle, total sports handle for July. That's their first sports betting handle month that was under $600 since February of
$600 million.
$600 million since February of 2020.
Wow, okay.
February 2020 was $494 million. Again, July 2021 was $578.7 million total handle. That's online and retail together. And that's a matter of, I think this year it's a matter of the sports schedule slowing down for everybody because every state's seeing a little drop-off in handle.
Yeah, well, it was only really baseball and maybe Olympics if states were allowing Olympics and things like that. So
also, New Jersey just had their 5th straight month of $50 million or more in revenue.
Okay.
6th highest in New Jersey. Their revenue was, I will tell you this right now, revenue was $54.9 million.
Okay.
That's, like I said, that's their 5th straight month. That's their 10th month overall of $50 million or more. Jersey's 10 of 14 times in their monthly revenue reports of over $50 million or more in the post-PASPA era. And 15 of 43 all-time monthly handles of 500 or more in the post-PASPA era.
Great.
Let's see. We went over to Michigan. Michigan reported some of their online numbers the week before they did the retail. Michigan's been reporting them separately, retail 1 week, then online afterwards. Interesting note here, FanDuel is now the top operator in Michigan for the 7th straight month in a row.
See, that's amazing. Every time I think Michigan, I think MGM. BetMGM.
BetMGM?
No, but I don't know. I always because I guess they have a big casino in Michigan, but no, good for FanDuel though.
Well, BetMGM is new to the market. They came after FanDuel and DraftKings. Congratulations to Barstool. First time they've actually broke into the top 5. They were the 4th place state for the month of July. Washington, D.C. was the very first month the BetMGM retail sportsbook at National Park was open.
Okay.
Didn't really affect too much of the numbers. Caesars and BetMGM combined for $10.7 million handle in the state for the month of July. But, again, big news there. It was the first month for a retail book. New York. Kind of interesting with New York. New York never reports their handle. It's all just revenue. Okay. It's just revenue. They just report the revenue. The interesting part of the revenue, and got to give a little hat tip to Chris Altruda at US Bets for pointing this out. The overall tax revenue for New York, and I'm sure the legislators are looking at these numbers. The overall tax revenue since New York sports betting began July 2019 is $3.1 million. That's just about 45% of what New Jersey made in their in their revenue for the month of July of this year only.
Wow. Okay.
New Jersey, like I said, New Jersey had
they really need mobile sports betting.
That's the tax revenue from there. So it's one of those things where, again, they're still dealing with the way the sports betting system is up, and we'll talk a little bit about the New York sports betting market legislation-wise later on in the book report here. One One other little note I saw, a couple people reported this. New Jersey is now the third highest grossing sports betting market in the world by total handle.
I heard something like that. New Jersey's just behind Germany and the UK, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jersey is its own small country, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
2 countries and then Jersey. Yeah.
The 2021 nationwide handle cleared $25 billion so far this year. Mm-hmm. And all-time sports betting handle cleared $64 billion.
Wow.
So incredible numbers coming out of the United States for their sports betting industry. And we're just adding to the market now because we're going to talk about a couple launches. And Colorado had a couple new launches that were kind of interesting. Tipico.
Okay.
They're the only other place they're live right now is New Jersey, but they just launched in Colorado.
So Tipico is now in New Jersey and Colorado, right? Okay.
They have a deal with the Century Casinos in Central City. The other one, and I was actually surprised because I didn't get any warning of this, and I think a lot of people were a little surprised too. The SI Sportsbook, the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook, had its first launch in Colorado.
I am very interested in the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook. I mean, you grew up reading Sports Illustrated, so I'm very curious to see what their sportsbook is like. Now, it's only live in Colorado, right?
And it's only live on the web. It's not an app yet. They haven't announced when the app is going live.
Okay.
You have to go to the SI Sportsbook website to actually place bets through the SI Sportsbook.
Colorado.
Yeah,
okay.
You can't do it on your mobile devices yet.
All right.
SI Sportsbook is partnered with the Colorado Grand Casino in Cripple Creek. They also have plans to launch in other states, but they are now live computer-wise in Colorado.
Okay.
That puts betting apps in Colorado at 24. So that's a market that's
even
growing
though you
fast.
don't have the app on your phone, it's still considered an app, huh?
It's still considered an app
on your computer. Okay.
If you look at Windows nowadays, everything is an app on
I
it.
guess so. Yeah.
Washington football team joined the American Gaming Association's Have a Game Plan, Bet Responsibly program.
Great.
First NFL team to do so.
All right.
They're going to be doing a whole bunch of in-stadium activations, sponsored content on WashingtonFootball.com. They're also looking for a new name, by the way. I don't know if you saw those
saw
stories.
that. I saw it on Twitter. I can't think of any of the names offhand, but I remember not being enthralled with any of them.
I think one of them was like Red Hogs or something like that. You know, I guess that harkens back to the offensive line.
I guess. But, like I said, I remember seeing their tweet, and I also remember saying these are the best picks they have.
Well, there's not much out there unless they want to buy it from somebody.
I guess they have to navigate the trademark minefield out there. So
they try that. They may end up actually, if they decide on something other than Washington football team, because I looked at some of those names, and the only thing that stuck out that was good of all those names was Washington football team.
Okay, yeah.
So, we'll see what happens there. New Jersey may be getting a new online sports book, another one.
Okay.
Betway. They were doing testing last week.
Great.
Zen Sports, kind of interesting. 2 weeks ago, they got approval from the Nevada Gaming Control Board to operate in Nevada. This week, they got from the Nevada Gaming Commission approval for their sports betting license.
Great.
Now, Zen Sports is the peer-to-peer betting operation.
All right.
But the license only covers traditional sports betting.
All right.
Can't believe we're actually saying it now this way. Traditional sports betting. It's a 2-year license, and at the end of the 2 years, they can go back in front of the commission to talk about peer-to-peer and also their crypto betting.
Okay.
So right now, it's a traditional sports betting license.
Yeah, I saw the vote for the Nevada Gaming Commission is 2-1. I always see votes like that. Like with those commercials, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend sugarless gum. Well, what was the problem with the 5th dentist? So what was the problem with the Gaming Commission's 1 no vote? I'm very curious about that. I know you don't have that information right at hand, but I'm just thinking out loud.
It has something also to do probably with the operations of an actual casino there. I don't know. Whatever the reasons were for the nay vote.
So 4 out of 5 dentists.
Or 2 out of 1 commissioners.
2 out of 1 commissioners recommend sugarless gum.
Speaking of Nevada gaming regulators, let's go over to some legislation. They've been talking about doing esports betting, or at least enhancing the
Who's
way.
This now?
This is Nevada.
Nevada? Okay.
We're talking about the Nevada gaming regulators.
Okay.
They've been looking at ways to enhance the esports betting industry in the state. The Nevada gaming regulators just recommended an approval of a plan that would create a committee to better facilitate esports betting on events in the state.
Good.
They're going to be creating a esports advisory board. They're going to be looking at how to go about doing an overall esports betting landscape in the state. So they're moving ahead with esports betting pretty good in Nevada.
Good. Well, they have a big facility there for esports. The Luxor. What they call it? The
HyperX Arena.
Yeah.
Well, that's Allied Esports.
Sure.
So, as a matter of fact, we talked about them in the rundown on Turnpike Sports.
Mm-hmm.
They had the 13 million views in the 24-hour segment.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that was all from the Esports Arena in Las Vegas there. A couple of interesting other states that are moving forward with sports betting. We have North Carolina and Wyoming.
The North Carolina thing came out of the blue.
Well,
Wyoming, I heard about Wyoming.
The bill was filed in North Carolina back in April, and it sat there.
Yeah, that's
and the last couple of weeks, it's just been gaining steam, and it's SB 688. That would allow for, let me get the numbers right, 10 to 12 mobile licenses to be issued, as well as online licenses for the Native American tribes in the state.
Great.
Also, you can have sports betting at sports facilities, which means Carolina Panthers, Charlotte Hornets, Carolina Hurricanes, and 6 motorsports tracks in the state would all have betting options available.
Great.
Right now, it passed through the Senate Commerce and Insurance Committee 26 to 21, and then it was passed by the full Senate 26 to 19 the next day.
Okay.
So now it's going to the House. I don't know how the House is going to vote. The fact that it was kind of a close vote in the Senate, 26-19, tells me there are some divides there.
Yeah.
But we'll see exactly what happens when it goes through the House. The other state, Wyoming. Wyoming opened up the betting license application window. And they have reported, the Wyoming Gaming Commission have reported that BetMGM and DraftKings have already applied.
Wow, that was quick.
So BetMGM is moving fast in certain states, and they're moving a little slower in other states. The one thing about Wyoming, they're going to join the ranks of the mobile-only states. They are going to be the first state that's going to allow bettors to fund their betting accounts with alternate currencies.
Oh, okay.
They're talking about virtual, digital, crypto. Honestly, I don't know what the difference between virtual, digital, and crypto is because they're all digital.
Well, there must be subtle differences because they laid it out like that.
So they are going to be the first state to offer alternate funding methods.
Great.
Louisiana.
Wow, Wyoming, the cutting edge of sports betting. Wow.
Who knew? Who knew with that? Louisiana is moving slowly but surely into the sports betting launch of their industry. They had talked about early next year, but the temporary chair or the interim chair right now has said that the possibility exists for Louisiana to launch during this NFL season before the end of the year.
Good.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Also, one other thing, everyone knows what's going on in Florida. They just had the compact approved with a non-approval letter from the Department of the Interior. Another new lawsuit was filed against the compact. This only affects the mobile side of everything. You're still going to get the expansion of the gaming and also the launch of the retail books.
Nothing is going to stop retail sports betting.
The retail books for the tribes,
That's
the
good
Seminole
to go.
Gaming tribe, the Seminole tribe will open.
That's good to go. All right.
But the online side is the one everyone's contesting, and it was actually an interesting argument. This complaint made. The 2 pari-mutuel facilities down there, Magic City Casino and Bonita Springs Poker Room.
Okay.
They filed another lawsuit. They had one before it was passed, but now they have a new one. And I like this argument. The Department of Interior was not supposed to rule on it, didn't have the standing to rule on it. The argument in the complaint states that their argument was that the compact itself fell outside of the IGRA, the Indian Gaming Reservation Act.
I don't know how good an argument that is, but
well, since it fell outside that bill, the DOI could not rule on it.
Okay.
Or shouldn't have ruled on it because it's not within their purview. It didn't pass muster to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making that argument that if it didn't really fall to the DOI to make the decision, they overstepped their bounds. They didn't have standing. So,
yes, but what I'm understanding is the DOI, the
Department of Interior,
made really no ruling.
Yeah,
they made no ruling. They didn't rule one way or the other. They kind of just said whatever, and it's moving on. So they really kind of didn't make a ruling.
Well, that's why it's interesting, because that's got to be the counter argument.
Yeah,
we didn't make a ruling.
Well, we said do what you want.
So we'll see. Oh, and one little news and note for legislation: Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois has issued applications for sports books to operate in the state completely online.
Oh, okay.
So no in-person registration.
Good.
They have a short window, but they have those applications going.
Good.
I think they're going to do a limited number of licenses for that as well.
Okay.
Let's go over to some deals, because we had another week of a lot of deals, and we're going to start off with DraftKings becoming the official sports betting partner and fantasy sports partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
Great.
Typical deal.
Yep.
Stadium activations, branding.
Data.
They're going to be creating content with the Ravens for the Ravens weekly podcast called The Lounge. And also DraftKings will be named the presenting sponsor of the Ravens Wired video online series. I'm assuming that's like a Hard Knocks.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So we'll see exactly how that goes. That's typical deal. We're starting to see a lot more of these. FanDuel, not to be outdone, they went not with a league, they went with an actual player. They partnered with golf pro Jordan Spieth.
All right.
He is the face of their sports betting and fantasy sports products.
Great.
FanDuel also had a nice busy week here. Not only did they do the deal with Spieth, they did a deal with the Women's Tennis Association, the WTA.
Okay.
They were designated as the authorized gaming operator in North, South, and Central America for the WTA.
Wow, okay.
It's the first deal for a women's sport that will have video highlights on a sports book.
Oh, okay.
That's
video highlights.
Unique.
They're
that's
not streaming live.
No, they're not
right?
streaming it,
they're
but they're doing just the highlights of the matches. BetMGM, actually, let me finish up with FanDuel. They did an extension with Sport Radar through 2028 to make Sport Radar their official data provider.
Okay.
So that further strengthens Sport Radar in the industry as the data provider to go to for a lot of these instances. I mean, you got Sport Radar and Genius right now. Genius is the big one with all the major leagues. Sport Radar, it's interesting. They just issued their IPO filing.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the price of the initial price of the stock will be.
Well, the initial valuation of the company was only $100 million. I would have thought it'd be a lot more.
Yeah.
But that's the initial filing. That's going to change as you get closer and closer, because right now the SEC is reviewing the paperwork. Then NASDAQ's got to look at it. So we'll see exactly what the actual valuation. That valuation is going to go up.
I'd be very curious to see, what the initial stock price is.
Moving over to Fanatics. As everyone knows, Fanatics was included in the second Canby filing for New York
State.
Mobile Sports Betting.
Yep, for mobile sports betting.
In their application. And we talked about this last week in terms of these applications having little nuggets of information there. Their application stated that Jay-Z, the rapper and founder of Rock Nation LLC, is now joining the company as director of Fanatics Betting and Gaming as the vice chairman of that division.
Great.
He's going to be joining Matt King, who's going to be running the the Fanatics. Boy, FanDuel, but he was former FanDuel. Fanatics Sportsbook is going to be run by Matt King. Let me put it that way, so I'm not misspeaking there. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how appealing the Fanatics Sportsbook is. They've already got over 80 million users for Fanatics in terms of customers for their website already.
Sure, I have a lot of Fanatics close.
I'm assuming the goal there is to turn those 80 million, or at least a portion of those 80 million, into sports bettors.
Yeah, they have a great database. So,
moving over to, we're going to go down to Louisiana again.
Oh, okay.
Caesars. Caesars everywhere already with the Caesar Sportsbook ads.
Boy, I'm here in New Jersey. Nonstop TV commercials, nonstop radio commercials. Boy, they are everywhere.
Well, they are in Louisiana turning the Isle of Capri Lake Charles Casino, which is I believe, a riverboat casino. They're going to bring it ashore and make it the new Horseshoe Casino Lake Charles.
Wow, okay.
They're going to have a WSOP branded poker room. You don't hear that too often anymore, that they're putting the poker rooms in the press releases now.
Yeah, it's good.
And a retail Caesar Sportsbook in the property.
Okay.
So another retail Caesar Sportsbook coming. And BetMGM announced an exclusive partnership with Live Hospitality's Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort and Cadillac Jack's Gaming Resort. That's in Deadwood. Mm-hmm. Now, Deadwood's going to be launching their sports betting industry in terms of mobile soon, but they've got some kind of unique legal wrangling in there because it's only on Deadwood properties in Deadwood. That's it. Not in the entire state.
Let me tell you something. This geolocation has become so good. I mean, they can. I remember when online casinos started in New Jersey. I mean, it was at 2013.
Yeah.
The geolocation was terrible. I mean, I can play on the casinos in one room of my house, but not in the other room of my house. But nowadays, the geolocation technology has become so good that they can pinpoint where you are exactly, and it's just absolutely amazing.
And two last notes for this week's book report. Genius Sports announced the hiring of former ESPN and NFL exec Steve Bornstein to be its North American president.
Great.
And Boom Entertainment announced a partnership with Golden Nugget Online, where Golden Nugget took a percentage of the company and ownership-wise to get their suite of online casino and sports betting products.
Great.
That's it for this week's book report. Any news and notes that you would like us to report on, info@turnpikesportsradio.com.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.